Dreamcatcher with a K.
Oh, God.
Who's in control?
Dreamcatcher.
This is a coronavirus movie that you'd hope gets coronavirus.
Yeah, it's also one of those movies that you look at and you think, oh, Henry Thomas, Lynn Shaye, Radha Mitchell.
Yeah, stacked full of good actors.
You got actors and you think you're going to get something together. And that's the problem. That's one of the worst things about this movie. But maybe we should get into what it's about, which I'm giving that one over to you because I don't even hardly remember.
Well, to sum up very shortly what this is about, you had a young boy and his father. And apparently this young boy had a tragic accident with his mother. She died. And now he's having these horrible, vivid nightmares of her. And so the father decides, hey, you know what we should do, buddy? We should take a trip to the place she died.
He is experiencing latent violent tendencies, and you've got us stuck here in this house where his mother was killed. Are you nuts?
No, he's not troubled.
Minor spoiler.
Try not to laugh.
So they get down there. The new girlfriend's with him, Radha Mitchell. And they're together. And they're basically trying to figure out what to do with this kid. I mean, and he's a terror. I mean, his name's Finley. Oh, God, what's his name? I know.
Oh, my God. It's some of these names, man.
It's Finlay Wojak, his song.
Yeah, but it's close enough.
And he is probably a nice, sweet little kid in real life, but in this, he's an absolute terror. He's one of those kids you hope dies right at the beginning.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Why'd you have to pick our family?
Okay, this is not funny. I'm going to count to 3.
Go have your own kid.
Shush! Oh my God!
Whoopsie.
He's just being an asshole to her and his dad. And yeah, I understand you got nightmares, your mom died, and all that, but man, he is unsufferable in this movie.
Well, you gotta figure, Dad didn't seem the way I understood it, if I even understood it right. Didn't take too long to pick up a new woman. Of course, that's gonna cause problems with a kid.
I mean, Gail is the girlfriend, and she's apparently a child psychiatrist, which is really convenient.
That's very convenient.
So she has her own ways, and we'll get into that. And then the boy discovers there's a neighbor in this secluded backwoods nightmare land, or wherever they're at.
It makes no sense because it's Lynn Shaye. She's out in the woods.
She's got like a little
and
store.
She's got like a little shop of Dreamcatchers or something.
Yeah,
or either actually lives in a little shack with a bunch of Dreamcatchers.
It's like one of those places you go at Halloween and they got the jams and all the different weird trinkets and then
ears in like a little jar.
And she comes off as kind of weird.
What do you think's in here?
Tetanus?
Nope. There's no tetanus in here. Lots of stuff for sale. Some beautiful, some strange, some a little bit scary. Some yummy. Miss Ruth's wild berry jam.
Or you got her turning her back on the kid, because apparently at some point this thing starts affecting the kid. Making the kid even more evil than what he was to begin with.
After he steals something from Lynn Shaye, he goes and steals one of these Dreamcatchers. Yeah. Kid decides he's going to lift one of these things, and it's a cursed Dreamcatcher. And so now this new entity, this evil spirit, decides to start taking him over in the form of, like, it's telling him, you need to kill them.
Remember when she comes in, Lynn Shaye, after he takes the Dreamcatcher, and she's like, he took my Dreamcatcher! You can't take it! Oh. You can't have it! But it's yours now. Keep it.
Yeah, it was like she had to have it back so bad, and then she's like, "Oh no, you keep it, kid.
You have to have it.
Because it's evil.
Yeah.
Why let the kid hold it?
You have to destroy the evil now." And it's just like, what?
It was just random nonsense. This was like something they were appropriating with Native Americans. Then have a Native American person doing the explaining and talking about selling this stuff. Lynn Shaye doesn't exactly come off as
that would have been
Native
a
American.
better option, I think. Someone like that in here that would have been a little, maybe actually had a character.
Grounded.
Yeah, and more grounded.
Normal.
No, you're not a baby. And did you know that the spirits wander through these woods? They like to linger in old barns.
I mean, I won't say she did bad. I think she was the best person in the movie, but she had some really bad lines and bad dialogue that I didn't care for.
I really, as far as acting, I didn't think anybody did good in this movie, especially Henry Thomas, which apparently he must be a high budget star nowadays because he's like, they started making the movie and he was like, guys, I don't feel this movie, so I'm just going to go to town for a couple of weeks.
He's getting his check as he goes.
Which, yeah.
I'm not afraid of a little work. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
Bye, Felicia!
And then leave him with a woman that he hates. I mean, despises this lady. And she doesn't even know him at all. I mean, she is just barely scratching the surface of getting to know this kid.
This is my mom.
She's very pretty, Josh.
And some of her techniques as a child psychiatrist, the way she acts and how angry she gets and the stuff she does in this movie is ludicrous is the word. Yeah. I mean, she's a terrible therapist in this movie.
Any pancake mix in here? I mean, there's a little mouse poop.
Ow!
Ow! Why did you do that?
Do what?
Leave this door open.
I didn't do anything.
Josh.
I said I didn't do anything.
Hey, come back. Josh, come on, let's do something fun.
There was music jump scares and the dreaded dream jump scares.
All I got was, honestly, wait 3/4 in, and then they finally show you the evil, which I thought was actually pretty good. I thought what actually was evil looked good.
It looked okay.
But where was it the whole fucking movie, man?
Yeah.
It wasn't even there. Nothing was there.
So disappointing because they started this movie off and it reminded me of like The Shining. It reminded me of like most of the current horror movies where they do the car in the wilderness. And then, of course, the dad's taking the kid out into a lonely cabin with no cell phone signal. So they're all abandoned and alone, and all these crazy bad things start happening in their heads.
All the horror tropes.
And the kid literally is having these psychotic dreams of his mom coming back, and she like dissolves in front of him, and horrible, scary CGI things happen to his mom right in front of him in the bedroom. And that would freak a kid out.
I'm just thinking, it's got all the horror tropes without the horror.
This turd had the ultimate horror movie sin. Dreams within inside of dreams that had jump scares.
Oh my god, I remember that though.
Hi, Gail.
In the second half of the movie, the dreams were how the movie decided, let's throw something in to actually keep them awake. Let's throw in a dream sequence inside of a dream sequence and then do something scary. That is the worst. That is just sloppy, bad horror. Yeah. Because none of it was real. No one. And then they played the kid. The kid became, hey, I didn't do that.
I'm sorry.
Ow.
I'm sorry. I'm
Ow.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Just stop. Let's just pause for a minute, okay?
Why would you do that with the photos?
Do what?
Don't lie to me, okay?
I swear I didn't do
Come
anything.
on, I thought we were friends.
Didn't do anything.
Did you do this?
I didn't.
Gail, come on.
Answer me.
I didn't.
You tell me the truth.
Gail, for God's
I
sake.
said I didn't. She hates me.
It had such promise, though. At the beginning, I remember it had the string music and it sounded cool. It had this real slow intro. It was like 10, 15 minutes. They did the real slow title crawls. They got into the car, going through the woods, and you had the great actors. And I'm thinking, wow, this is good so far. It was dark, gloomy. But then when they get there, and you're focusing on this kid just hating on them too, and there's no real good dialogue. The writing is real shoddy in this. It started really falling apart for me. I was like, why the hell are they even making this? What's the point of this movie?
To me, there was no point to this movie. There was no point to watching it.
No.
I couldn't recommend it for anybody.
And the dad, he was like constantly making, excuses after excuses for this kid. And it's like, dude, don't you understand this kid has serious problems? I mean, even she, as a therapist.
And of course, as the therapist,
yes,
the dad comes back and starts treating her like you're the one that's going nuts.
Right.
I don't understand.
He slashes the scarf that you gave me. He breaks into Ruth's barn. She comes here.
I told you to stay away from her. And kids pull pranks all the time. When I was a kid, I pulled pranks. I shoplifted once on a dare.
This is not a prank.
And I've sleptwalked.
Yeah, of course. So standard cliche. So it's not the kid, it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they pull all those stunts out too, and it was just really annoying. The video was just bare minimum.
Now I do remember some of the cinematography. I thought was okay.
Yeah.
It actually does feel like it was professionally put together.
Except for some of the drone shots and some of the camera pans.
There were
a
a few too many drone shots. And to me, the writing, like I said, I don't even really remember
the writing.
A lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
I zoned out.
And the other problem is you don't have a sense of where you're at. They're in the middle of the woods with Lynn Shaye next door, and that's it. No. There's no one else for like what appears to be hundreds of miles. Well, Larry,
you know what? Honestly, I ain't even going to score this one.
I didn't think
I don't think it's really worth it to score it because I don't really remember it. I pushed it right out of my head about halfway through the movie. I wasn't even waiting. I was pushing it out as I was watching the movie.
Yep.
Man. And it's one of those movies I didn't expect a lot, but I did expect more than this from these actors.
Yeah.
I thought they had better taste and scripts, and
and Radha Mitchell produced it.
Yeah, just reading this, you should understand.
I mean, I thought with her experience in Haunting of Hill House and all
Silent
that,
Hill.
and Silent Hill and all these other movies that she was in, I thought, well, man, if she's going to produce a horror, she's going to really do a good job.
Oh, we have friends. Good night.
I figured if she's going to produce this thing and star in it, it's going to be a great horror movie. And there are people giving this a 10 out of 10, so maybe there are people that like this sort of crap.
You know, if you like it,
and we're not telling you not to watch it. It's just we're not recommending.
I can't recommend it.
Yeah.
If you like it, that's fine. You know, some people go for more jump scare horror types. Some people go for more slow burn. I kind of like a little bit of both put together.
Yeah.
I like movies like It Follows. I like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And I even like Halloween and stuff like that.
And you have good payoffs with actual scares. I mean, this, with the jump scares and the sound effects, it was just like, wow, that's it. I mean, I was mostly bored through this whole thing. Yeah. And I guarantee, from what I've read, a lot of other people were too.
I was bored.
90 minutes of just boredom. So on that note, I would have to say my final rating for this mess is a D-.
All right, guys. So you got it from him. I'm not going to score it because, like I said, I don't even really remember it. So if I was going to score it, I guess it probably would have been an F.
You gave it an F the first time.
Yeah, the first time out, I gave it an F.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, if you don't even really remember the movie, how can you really truly score it?
True.
So
anyway, Larry, you just did a review. It was a 80s flashback movie.
Oh yeah, Valley Girl. It was a remake of a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yes. Highly recommend watching that review. It's got your new setup at the house. Coronavirus gave you lots of extra time to redo the house and all that good stuff. So check it out. Make sure to watch that. Also, watch The Wretched. That was our decent horror movie that we saw recently.
If I'm going to recommend a horror movie to you right now on VOD, watch Wretched.
Yeah, at least that one was a horror movie. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming by and watching The Cranks. My name's Mike. This is Larry. And please make sure to subscribe, like, and all that good stuff.
And definitely like, because I've noticed nobody ever likes anymore.
Yeah. Well, they're busy.
They don't dislike either, so I don't hate that.
People are tired. They got a lot of stuff on their mind. They don't want to worry about liking stuff.
Make us feel good. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Help us get to 2,000. So we got 970 more to go. So that should only take, 16,
2-3 years.
17 years.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we'll see you later.
All right. See ya.